everybody, and welcome to this bonus episode of BTC. So, we're going a little off script, always honoring the initial premise of the show, which is it's a challenge, right? So, the episode will still be timed, but we're going to play. We're going to have some fun. And it's entitled Shit. So, if you're one of my students, don't judge me. I'm like super anti cussing in my classroom, but it's an acronym, okay? You're going to see what I did. SHIT stands for So Happy I'm 30. See? You see what I did there? So, yeah, we're going to just spitball. I have my best friend coming on. I love her. And by the time this airs, both of us will have already turned 30, right? We're going to turn 30 on Monday and Tuesday of this year. And then we will release the episode the Friday after. So, Bati, if you're listening, I love you so much. And I really don't know what I would do without you. Half the time, I feel like when I talk about you, I feel like I'm talking about the love of my life. And people probably feel that too, but I don't care. And you are so special to me that I don't even know if I can truly articulate what I feel about you. And I'm getting like emotional thinking about it, but you know I have a way with words, and I don't even know that even my best could articulate it. So I'm like legit getting emotional. I love you and thank you so much for everything. And yeah, before I just burst into a ball of tears and drown in my own um, liquids and fluids, I just want to say that I hope you enjoy this. This is a much more personal episode. A lot of the content is for you and specifically to motivate, but this one is honestly just out of celebration and joy that we made it. We made it to 30. And for a lot of people, that's very young. For younger kids, that's ancient. But when you really put it into perspective, life is short. And we personally know a lot of people that have committed suicide or that have not made it due to sickness. And 30 is a big deal. Every year is, but 30 is big. So, yeah, let's just celebrate and let's have fun. Let's see if we beat the clock while doing it.
And the clock starts now. Hey, everybody. This is a off-script BTC episode. It's for a special occasion, and I mentioned it in one episode that I wanted to kind of be more personal. So I don't think I can get any more personal than bringing in my best friend of all time, who's really at this point like a sister. Her name is Patty Covarrubias. Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so we're doing this because, believe it or not, we're best friends and we're a day apart. So her birthday is September 28th. My birthday is September 29th. And this is a big one. It's a big 3-0. So we're both turning 30. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I don't feel anything right now.
COVID has us feeling nothing. And so with that, we have a segue. So we planned this before some situations popped off. We just wanted to do this because we wanted to exercise precaution, but still celebrate together. Normally, whenever we do any kind of birthday celebrations, we combine them, and we can't do that this year, right? So I thought, what better way than to bring you in? And then I'm saying this on air for the first time. I got diagnosed with COVID. So it's like a necessity at this point. So I want to keep my person, I have her saved as that, safe. So she's here virtually. We're sharing that space. And we're having an episode all about being 30 and all about, stuff. It's still time.
Yeah.
We haven't started yet. But we're going to have 10 minutes of reminiscing, on what have been the highs and the lows. Then we're going to have 10 minutes of questions that we got from 2 articles. So let me go ahead and give credit. That's just academic integrity on my part. So we got an article from the Business Insider, and it says life questions to answer before age 30. And then we had another article that Pati got, which is really good. It says post-grad problems. and it's 30 questions to ask yourself as you approach 30. So that's where we pulled the articles from. I'm going to link them below so that everybody has access to it in the show notes or in the YouTube video. And then at the end, we're going to devote the final 10 minutes to just spitballing and firing off life lessons that we have learned over 30 years. So yeah, are you ready, Pati?
Yes, I'm so ready. I also want to say that I'm very proud of you for being so public about your diagnosis, because yeah, it takes a lot to say that, and you look great. And you sound great. So
Thank you. That the preface, guys, if I cough my lung out, that's why. And yes, I think I look kind of good, all things considered. I'm a little self-conscious if you're watching the YouTube video because I look like I am going to a Metallica concert. I kind of overdid it with my eyeshadow and makeup. So sorry about that, but oh well, it was too late. We just had to start filming. So yeah, we're gonna jump in. Oh wait, no, duh, come on. Okay, so with every guest, I love to say what their essence is.
what
So
is my essence?
yeah, I have it. I've thought about it. Okay, so to me, Pati, you are the relentless lover. So I think like the reason we've kept each other in our lives for so long is because everything that you do, like even if you stick around in jobs that, you know, are, I think, beneath you, even if you have patience with somebody, even when I'm feeling insecure, everything that you do is rooted in love and sometimes at your expense. So I think that that's something that I love about you and that I'll never ever want to lose in my life. And even when it's things rooted in insecurities too, like you know, your spirituality, sometimes you worry, you know, am I doing it right or something like that, and it's because you love God, you know. So even when you're in fear, it's fear out of love. And I don't know that a lot of people can say that about themselves. It's never ego, it's never any of that, it's just pure love. So thank you so much for being in my life, and I love you.
Guys, this is not supposed to make me cry. Okay, I don't want to cry. This is supposed to be fun, but that was really, really, really sweet. I know. At the end, I went, oh wait, or should I say it right now? What I think about you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna add it in here super fast because I want to say that if for like listeners who actively listen every Friday for your new podcast, or for people who have bought your book, like Breakthrough Fear, whenever I give the review and whenever I say that it's something that you're going to benefit from and something that is going to help you grow, like I'm not saying that because I'm biased and I'm your best friend. I genuinely, like, the things that you have taught me, it's crazy because we've known each other for 30 years, and the things that you still continue to teach me and the ways that you still continue to influence my life and change my life, like, it's helped me so, so much. And I think it's so crazy how God knew that I would need that one person, that I didn't have a sister, but that I would need that one person to be with me, like, through every failure and every success, and like still is molding me in my life. Like, I think if I'm an extrovert, it's because of you, because deep down inside, like, I'm the complete opposite. Like, you're the only person who would make me write a foreword to a book and make me feel like a writer and have me do this interview. Like, you've interviewed so many amazing people, and I've loved every single like interview that you've done. And when you were like, let's do one for the 30th, I was like, what? Like, no, like, who am I to do one? But after everything that you've said as a life coach, I'm like, you know what? I am a writer and I am someone like worth watching. So yes, let's do it.
Yes,
and I think,
you are.
yeah, like, I think the way that you've changed my life, I'm so excited to see where that's going to take you and what you're going to do. And I love you so much, and I don't want us to cry. So let's go.
No, for real. You're going to, yeah. Okay. I was just going to say that I feel like God knew I needed you too, because a lot of people in my life are not positive. Like, they were very critical, or they were really quick to like point out something I was super insecure about. And even when you've done that, it's been so gentle, and you've been like that nudge that people don't see. behind a lot of what I do. So yeah, before we go off and
Yes.
we make an episode talking about how much we love each other, let's jump in.
Because we would.
Yeah, we really could. So, okay, 10 minutes. It's on the timer. I'm about to start. So 10 minutes of reminiscing. So that's easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we've seen some seasons in our life. I think a lot of people know us from like our party days. And if anything else, I really think that we have retained that part of our relationship, like the love, right? Because people were always like, you guys are like girlfriends, or you guys are like this, you know, and we were everywhere together. And I'm really glad that in all the seasons that we've kind of conquered together, we've been able to retain that like love for each other. Just extending the love part. We said
again.
I don't know. What do you think?
No, yeah, I agree. I feel like you've seen the very ugly sides of me. Like, I'm sure everyone has had them. I literally, like, if YOLO was the phrase back then, like, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, like, that was for sure. Yeah, but I think it was so cool to just have you and just go through everything together. Like, it was really nice. Like,
yeah, and I mean, even when we were little kids, because we've been best friends since first grade, everybody context there, you were like always, again, someone who was always gently nudging me or gently pushing me, and we got into like cheerleading together. And I mean, we've been able to like laugh at each other when like in a time when everybody else would probably be scared, or when everybody would be judgmental. I feel like we're really good at laughing off our things, but like only to each other. Like if anybody else laughed at my problems or shadiness, I would like get very defensive. But with you, it's like, I feel like it's not as serious. I don't know.
Yeah, so in the beginning, if you saw that we kind of giggled when she said that she had COVID, it was because we already went over the sadness and the shock.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just little things like that. Like I broke your ankle that one time.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
I remember that I tripped you on accident and you broke your ankle.
Yeah.
And they told me, keep going, make the shot.
In basketball.
I don't, yeah, in basketball. And I don't know if you knew that I was just like that horrible that you wanted to give me the moment, but you didn't even like get mad at me or anything. And you like, yeah.
Honestly, I forgot about that. And you know, something that Eric, my husband, was trying to throw in my face recently was that we like never fight. You know, he was, when we fight as a married couple, he was like, hi Michelle, whatever, and I'm like, we need to be better. He's like, I'm sure that everybody fights, even friendships, like you and Pati fight, I'm sure. And I was like, honestly, we don't. Like, it's super rare when we fight. I really think that besides 2 times, right? So once, guys, we got into a fight over a stupid Velcro wallet in elementary school because it was like a prize or something, and we both wanted it, and then we didn't know who to give it to, and then we expected the other person to know how much the other person wanted it, and that caused a fight. And back in the day, there was no cell phone, so we like had to call each other on our landlines and be all dramatic and apologize to each other. And then one time in our adult life, we stopped talking for like a year, and honestly, that was like one of the hardest years of my life. I don't mean to be dramatic, but I really felt the absence of you in my life, and the impact or the lows that I can hit, like they get lower if you're not in my life. So yeah, we really don't fight. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I feel like, and when we did start talking after we stopped talking, like it was like if a year hadn't gone by. Like we just got back to how we were. And I think we accept each other for who we are. So if I don't agree with something that you say or do, or if you don't agree with something that I say or do, like we learn to understand each other and see each other's point of view. And I think that is so, like, I think that's part of like what's wrong with the world today, is that we don't understand each other and we don't listen to each other. And people always say like communication is key. And I always think like, ugh, they're saying that again, but it's so true. Like, it really is true, because we talk enough to where we could fight. but
We talk a long time. Honestly, I'm
yeah,
worried about the 30-minute limit
same,
because yeah,
same.
we talk like at least once a week for like 3 hours. Like that's not an
Yeah,
exaggeration.
yeah,
And so honestly though, like now that I'm thinking about it, like even the way other female friendship, and I'm not criticizing them, right? But like we never cross those lines and we never have to say it. Like we know each other so well. Like we never call each other like, yeah, whatever, bitch. Like we don't say that stuff.
and it's so weird because I like as a joke or playing around, I'll say like I've said it to other people, but I cannot get myself to say it to you. Like if I do say it to you, I have to be like, I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's not for real.
Yeah, I
It's
think you've
super
said it a
weird.
couple of times, but you preface it. And so
Yeah,
I don't know where that comes from, honestly, because me too. Like I can be like that with anybody else, but then like the moment I talk to you, not that I change, but there's just this like mutual understanding that goes unsaid. And then
yeah,
like when we go on our trip sometimes, like our husbands have no idea why we're laughing so hard.
yeah,
But we like follow each other's trips and we like can laugh for 2 days straight. So
yeah.
it's really, yeah, I love it. I don't know.
So do
Uh,
I.
yeah, so we have about 4 minutes, and I want to tell you, I accidentally put 10 hours
Okay.
minutes.
It's a sign that it's
Yeah,
already going.
I was gonna say, it's already going south from here, but no, we have 4 minutes, and I don't know, anything else you want to kind of reminisce about us personally before we jump into the general, like I guess, life questions?
Yeah, I feel like growing up I have like a lot of good memories. Like all the memories that I do have because I feel like I'm slowly starting to lose my memory, which is
Yeah,
not a
yeah, I
joke.
have premature Alzheimer's for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I don't remember stuff like but all the memories that I do have like you're always in them and it's so nice like to have that one person who you have those memories with because I think I have more memories with you than my husband and we've been together for 8 years.
Yeah, and like even if we have memories that we can recall without each other, we always assume that we're in them, right? Like I always assume you're there. I
Yeah.
always assume that. I'm always like, you were there, right? Yeah? No? Okay.
And when I'm not there, I'm like, who are you with?
Yeah. And
Who are you?
even when we talk about not remembering, we like reminisce together about how forgetful we are.
Yeah. I'm like, what is happening here? And and I love it because we were always the tallest ones in class. We were
Mhm.
always the tallest ones. Like we just did everything together. Like I just felt like it was the best. And I
Who would
appreciate you,
call us the Twin Towers? Someone did. Some older person, not like our age, like a
our
teacher.
basketball coach. Yeah.
And I think like I don't know, it's like I don't mean to sound insensitive, but like an elderly man around us. He would always go, the Twin
Yeah.
Towers, but I don't know who it was.
Our
Was it
coach.
was it him?
Yes.
Oh,
And which we would have been a good force had I been good at basketball.
had my ankle not broken.
And your ankle not broken.
If we
For
were
sure.
both in good health and if we both had the aptitude.
You are actually really good. You're really good at like just anything that people tell you to do. Like people are gonna think that you were the master of anything.
Just black.
Painter,
Just black.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll go black. Yeah.
Dude, everything. Like I could tell you right now, Michelle, paint that mural behind you. And you'd be like, yeah, sure. Like, I
I
don't know
mean,
how.
I don't know what comes over me, but we've talked about it. I'm pretty good at winging it. I don't want
Yeah.
to like say that I have complete command of anything because I never do half the time, but I'm very willing to try. I will say that.
Yeah. You're those people that say, I've studied for 10 hours, but I don't know what I'm gonna get on this or you're the type of person that says, I think I'm gonna fail,
Hmm.
and then you end up passing.
With like
And
a
you
high grade.
only with a high grade
Mhm.
with like spending 5 minutes reading a book. Yeah. You're
Honestly, like that, this sounds terrible, but that's how I felt about my English content exam for teaching. I was
okay.
like, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna fail. And then I got like a near perfect score in the essay portion, and that's always like the clutch part of any exam for me. So yeah, that's
So if anyone for future wants to know how hard an exam is, don't go to Michelle.
yeah, no, because I have no clue.
Yeah, she has no clue, but she's gonna pass.
No
So
clue, educated guessing, maybe blind confidence, or irrational confidence in the moment, and we just run with it, you know?
yeah.
Okay, so
I
yes, let's jump into the questions. It's about to ring in 5 seconds, but since I put 10
Oh, we did
hours, yeah,
it.
we did.
Okay.
Let me do it correctly, actually, because I want you to hear the buzzer if we miss it. So, okay, so now we do the 10 questions. So we're doing 10, but we're breaking it down 5 and 5. We don't know what the questions are. We just gave each other the articles and we picked them beforehand, but this is all impromptu, guys. It's not planned, okay? So
I want to go first.
yeah, do that. Go.
Okay, imagine yourself being a very famous person 10 years down the line. What do you think you might have achieved that made you famous?
Um, Honestly, like I used to have a lot of plans for my life. And even though I have the podcast right now, even though I plan on writing more books and doing motivational speeches, I don't know if that'll plan out, you know? This is me trusting God, and this is me playing, and this is me being led by the Spirit, I guess. So whatever I'm going to do in 10 years from now, if I'm famous, it's for making people feel good, right? So if it's through this motivational realm and personal development, that's great. I don't know why, but I can feel that somehow I'm going to get into like comedy at some point. It's something that I love, but it's something that I'm terrified to do publicly. And I think it's because since I'm a teacher, there's a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
expectations that come with that. Like, I feel like I can't say certain words on air because a student might be listening. So I don't know. I don't know why I feel that, but whatever it is, it's just going to make people feel good, and it's going to make them feel better about the world or the future. So
You're already doing that with everybody around you. Like everyone loves to be around you. You're so funny and you always like know what to say. Like, and you know it's true.
I
Like,
mean, I can read a room, but
yeah.
sometimes I fail miserably, and then I think I'm good about laughing it off. But again, I feel like it's only when you're in the room. Like if you're not in the room, it's harder for me. So you're like
Yeah.
that safety in a room for me. I don't know. Okay, so are we hopping back and forth, or how are we doing this?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so that was my COVID cough, guys. Okay, question number 1. What's the biggest difference you see in yourself now versus 5 years ago or versus 10 years ago? So yourself right now, quote unquote 30, we're just going to say that. And then differences between 30-year-old Pati, 25-year-old Pati, and 20-year-old Pati.
So I guess I'll start with 20-year-old Pati. 20-year-old Pati didn't know anything. She thought life was really easy and she wasn't scared of anything. She was fearless. She didn't realize how scary the whole world actually was. So I thought I had it like in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that literally nothing could happen to me. And but at the same time, I don't know, like, I guess to who I was now as a 30-year-old, which feels weird to say, I feel like now I know how valuable life is and how anything can happen to you like at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm a little more careful, especially now because I have kids. I didn't picture myself having kids at 20 years old. I thought I was going to move out of Laredo and I was going to do something crazy with my marketing degree. And then I fell in love and I had kids and my whole life changed. But then from 20 to 25, I feel like I grew up a lot. I was very insecure. And
You already had Noah at the time, right?
yeah, I already had Noah at that time. He was
like 2
or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, like I felt like I grew up a lot and he helped me mature because I was very immature. So he helped me grow up. And yeah, now I'm very confident where I can be doing this interview without sweating. So I feel like, yeah, I'm more confident now for sure.
I love that. And yeah, like I've always known your aptitude, your competency, whatever you want to say. And so I've been mad at you before, you know, like, and we've talked about that. Like, I feel like you have so much in you and I just want you to show it because you're incredible. And yeah, it's been great to watch you kind of own who you are a little bit more because you're amazing. We have 5 minutes and we've only gone over one question. What do we
Are
do?
you serious?
Well, we have like 5:46. Yeah.
Can we
Okay.
not beat the clock and say that we did?
Let's see if we can be concise, and if not, it's cool. We'll just wing it, right? We'll wing it.
Okay.
Or maybe we can eat some of the time from the life lessons and make those like more punchy. Whatever.
Yeah. Let me ask you. It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my turn. Okay. Was there one defining moment of your 20s that you'll cherish as you enter the next decade?
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go fast, and then it's the same one for you, so you'll just jump in there, right? Okay, so recently I played this card game with my husband, and I want to say it's a card game, but honestly, it's just a bunch of cards that ask penetrating questions. So in that one stack recently, my husband asked me a question. I asked him a question, and it said, "When do you feel most connected to me?" Right? And it really, really like took me aback, and I kind of started crying because I realized that's probably the answer a lot of people might say. But he said, I feel most connected to you when you are the least distracted. And he's like, I feel like I have you then. And so for me, that was really sad that he could identify it so fast, because it's like, I didn't realize I was so busy and half-hearted with him so often. So yes, I have incredible memories that I treasure, and they're defining moments for sure. But I think more than anything, those tiny moments with my husband have really shown me, one, that he's patient with me, and he's the only one that is that patient with me. And then two, that there's still some work for me to do, because sometimes I can feel like I have it all together, but then there's this little voice that tells me the opposite. So that little tiny moment playing a card game was really defining for me.
Oh, that's super nice. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gets you right. It makes you realize a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like how fast time is and
Yeah.
how valuable it is. Beat the clock again.
Yeah, because I mean, we've been together dating, right? Or almost 10 years. And I can honestly count it on maybe two hands how many times I can feel like I was really 100% with him, and that made me sad. So what's the answer for you?
I guess for me, it would have to be something similar. And I guess like with Noah,
Mm-hmm.
I guess because Daniel is not like very vocal about stuff that he's lacking. He just kind of goes with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
But when Noah says, like, oh, like you're gonna be on your phone or something like that, and he's made like some comments where he's like, you're on your phone again, like if we're gonna watch a movie or we're gonna do something. And I think it's really hard for me to unplug because I always want to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a defining moment for me, because I don't want, it's making me realize that I'm spending too much time on social media or on things that are not benefiting me. And my son is going to remember that, and I don't want him to remember that. I want him to remember that, hey, my mom was present when I needed her. And that's what I want to change. I guess that's something that I definitely will change in my 30s.
Yeah. And I mean, like, even for me, it was good stuff I was chasing, right? So even sometimes the good stuff can be something that clouds your judgment if you're not aware. So yeah, third question.
Okay. If you died tomorrow, what would be your biggest regret?
Not trying to connect with my loved ones as much as I should. I think I'm good about it, when it counts, like, children's birthday parties or stuff like that. But I kind of take it for granted that we're all adults, and, everybody drops that line. We're adults. We all have our own lives. But sometimes I'm free and I still don't take the time to connect. So that would be my regret.
Yeah.
That's heavy. Okay. Number 3, what's your biggest fear as you enter the next phase of your life? We have 1:25 too. We're not going to make it.
My biggest fear is that I didn't accomplish any goal that I had set for myself, whether it was small or big. I don't want to wake up the next day, or in my 30s or in my 40s. I don't want to wake up in my 40s and regret all the time that I wasted in my 30s, because I feel like I already did enough of that in my 20s that I do not want to do that in my 30s.
Cool.
For sure. Yeah.
We have a minute. How do we do this? What do we do? Oh my God.
I'm just going to ask you and answer
Yeah,
really fast.
go. Yeah.
What 3 things matter most to you in your life right at this very moment?
God, my loved ones, and success.
Yeah, those are good. And
Mm-hmm.
it's bad. It's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Who inspires you the most?
Oh, that's hard. Dude, why would you ask me that when I have 30 seconds?
Just drop a name or
Can I drop 3?
yeah,
Can I
go.
do 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom, my kids, and you.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, fourth,
Oh,
the final
me.
question for you. We're
Are
not
you
gonna do
happy?
what?
Are you happy?
Yeah, I am.
That's good.
Thanks. We didn't make it.
We
Okay.
did. I asked you a question and you answered.
Yeah, but I didn't say mine. Real quick. This one's easy.
Okay.
So, what's your definition of success?
Ooh, yeah, I'll answer really fast. My definition of success is when I get to wake up and just be happy and fulfilled with whatever I've done, whether it's being a mom or my career or just as a wife or whatever. I just want to wake up and feel very extremely happy with where I am, and that's success for me.
Yeah, right. Like satisfaction. And I think that's why I was telling you in the other question that I was happy right now, because honestly, like, I'm super blessed. Like, I used to be the type growing up that would always envy everybody else's life. And I was always seeking external kind of stimulation. And right now I'm in a super good headspace. And honestly, I'm in the best headspace I've been, because work satisfies me. My relationships are incredible. Or if they still need work, right? At least I can trust them. Like, I could trust you with literally anything, or my husband with literally anything. My parents, you know how our parents can be. They were very, very turbulent relationships, and now they're kind of in a good point. So yeah, being satisfied with your own life is a really incredible feeling. And I don't know that everybody feels it, because I know that if somebody like me, who looked very bubbly all the time, was so miserable for a while, then maybe other people feel that too.
Yeah, no, like I love how your episodes, like they've spoken about mental health and how just being like happy with yourself and taking care of yourself. And I think a lot of times people waste time focusing on what others are doing instead of focusing on what we're like. For the longest time, I felt very depressed because I was like, what? I'm waking up, I don't have a job, like
Mm-hmm.
when I left my job, like in the search of happiness, guys, that's what I did. But then
Yeah,
I
and you
ended
should have
up,
gotten out of there way, way before. You were, like I said in the beginning, like, you stayed there to be a good person to those people. And I'm not gonna get
yeah,
vulgar because, profesh, but they didn't
yeah,
deserve you. So
yeah, I know. And it took me a long time to value my worth and who I was. And when I made the decision to leave because I was unhappy and I was searching for happiness, I was unhappy again because I guess I define happiness with like my career
mm-hmm.
instead of like thinking like, hey, like I'm a mom, like I need to, like, God, gave me like this blessing, and if that's my job for this moment until I find my next career, then I need to be happy and fulfilled with wherever I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people need to know that it's okay
Yeah,
wherever you
and
are.
that's why I kind of harped on that point again, because the best life is the one where you look within and where
Yeah.
you find the answers for you, because nobody knows the answers except you, and you can't
Mm-hmm.
even have the answers and you don't want to face them. But the moment you start facing them, I think you start running into this incredible journey of fulfillment, and that's what I hope everybody experiences.
Yeah. That's the
Okay, so
goal.
we went way over, but who
Mm-hmm.
cares? Then we're gonna jump into the last 10 minutes, which are life lessons. So that was kind of something we were already.
Yeah, that was one. Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna put the timer on now. So 10 minutes, life lessons. Okay, so you can make them as short or as long as you want. So which one do you want to say first?
I guess what I want to say is that for you to be happy with who you are, like physically and emotionally, just everything. I think that in my 20s, I've focused so much on my weight and being skinny and looking a certain way, because I feel like society puts a lot of pressure on women to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have like the standards that everybody loves, like you just feel like this negativity towards yourself. And it's not until now that I'm entering my 30s that if I look down and my body has rolls, or I have my C-section scar or whatever, that I feel really good. I feel confident. And it's so weird to like, it's just so weird. Like I can have a slice of pizza, or I can have whatever without feeling guilt. And I think people need to know that it's okay to just love yourself no matter where you're at. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, without you being, I guess, unsatisfied with your body. Let's say you want to get better, right? But if you didn't know what it was like to be out of shape, you wouldn't appreciate being in shape, right?
yeah.
Your current status actually makes you appreciate future statuses later. So it's all a part of the journey, guys.
Yeah, it's all part of the journey. And if you only have like 10-15 minutes to work out or do anything, like just do it.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah.
Just get that blood pumping. Let's see. I'm gonna like totally go in the opposite direction and just be pragmatic. So a life lesson I've learned is always have like a little bag of like things you feel people always ask for. So like safety pins, a pen, something to write with, like a lighter. I don't even smoke, but I have a lighter in my car. You have no idea how many times people have been like, wow, you have that? And like, it actually makes the moment go by a lot more smoothly. Specifically like a pen. I always have a pen around, and there's been a couple of times where people have been like, oh, we need to write this down. And I'm like, here. And then they're like, whoa, dude, you're super prepared.
That's actually really good, because I went to pick up Noah's Chromebook and she was like, do you have a pen? I'm like, no.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I should have.
Yeah. And so it feels good to be prepared. And it's like also like you're taking care of yourself, like it's also like cost effective. You don't have to go to a store, right? To get little tiny things. I have to make a whole trip to Walmart for safety pins. Well, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want to throw out there?
For your 30s, right?
Life lessons, yeah.
Life lessons. It's okay to turn 30 and not have everything together. It's okay to not know what's gonna happen.
Right.
It's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where I am right now.
And me too. Me too, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm doing this stuff, but who knows if it'll be successful? I've actually found more comfort in the unknowability, because it's like, I don't know, it's like trusting the universe, trusting God. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's never too late, I think, to start anything.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I feel a little self-conscious, I'll be honest. Like when I like interview some people and they're younger than me, and I'm like, here I am, 30, barely starting, and they're going, but we're entering this new digital economy. Like I think we were already there, but like COVID-19 put it on steroids. And creativity, curiosity, a willingness to try, all of these are going to be like super, super, super big assets in the future. So if that's all you got, that's enough. You're going to be fine in this post-pandemic world.
Yep. That's very true.
Let's see. Don't eat a heavy meal before you go to a exciting landmark. Because I cannot tell you how many times my husband and I were traveling, and I swear, like I had stomach problems at the Parthenon in Greece. So I feel like I ruined some of our moments.
How old were you when you went?
24, 25. So maybe I just have a terrible body with no immunity to anything. But, just consider.
Are you saying that because you got COVID?
Yes. Bitterness. No, but like, just consider what you're eating for the day ahead. Like if you have like a 10-hour day and you're going to be outside, don't stuff your face with pizza. Like that's not going to be good.
Okay. I like that advice. Yeah.
No, for real. I had like a shit attack at the Parthenon. I'm going to say it and throw it out there.
Okay. So now that I'm entering the 30s, I guess another advice is not to have so much broccoli or I guess leafy greens because that makes me really gassy.
Okay,
And
so
beans.
see,
And
just
beans.
know your body and know by now, by 30, you should know.
You should know your body.
Yeah, know your body. Listen to it when it poops or burps because it's telling you something. And yeah, just adjust. Like, stop it, guys. Like, we're not 20. and that's all good. That's all good. But like,
But
yeah.
for real, we're not 20. So yeah, so if you're watching this and you're a little nervous about turning 30,
relax. It's just filled with a bunch of flatulence and a bunch of
yeah. Do you have a positive tip or life
I know
lesson?
mine are all like cautionary tales of like horrifying memories in my life. No, but they're life for real. Like school.
No, yeah.
School couldn't teach me to watch what I like that stuff, you know.
Take care of your credit.
Yes. Oh
Take
my
care of
God.
your credit.
It takes so long to like repair your credit.
Yeah.
Your credit determines everything, guys.
Start a savings account very young.
Yeah. Identify your desired traits in your partner quickly and make sure they're not superficial, you know?
Yes. Make sure they love you with diarrhea and everything. That's
right. Like, honestly, my husband thought he was being so romantic when we were dating. And I was just like, you're so weird. Because he would always try to tell me, like, I love you, Michelle. Like, if you were in a wheelchair, you had your legs chopped off, like, I would wheel you around. I'm like, dude, why are you picturing me with my legs cut off? But I mean, it was sweet in theory because he was willing to be there. And I was in an engagement before. And honestly, it was based on everything superficial. My mom wanted me to be with a tall, white guy with blue eyes with a good career. And that's who he was. And I mean, Pati knows it very personally because she saw me kind of suffering there. I was like so depressed after. And it was because I was chasing superficial metrics. And now that I'm with Eric, my current husband, and I mean, the plan is only husband. Why did I add the word? He's incredible. And yeah, I just had to really reevaluate. And I think even though I found him kind of early, I feel like compared to a lot of our friends who are with their high school sweethearts, like I could have really saved and avoided a huge headache with a lot of guys if I would have just stopped chasing some stuff.
And I want to say that I knew that he was going to be the one for you because I used to work with him and he came into work and he's like, Pati, who's your friend? I was like, Michelle? He's like, yeah, but who is she? I'm like, it took her a long time to actually date him because she was so like closed off after her engagement. And thank God that you jumped in there because he's super sweet. He's really sweet.
And I jumped in before I was ready. I mean, I even told him I'm not ready for this dude. And he said he'd wait. And he did. I mean, he never let me down.
And I think that's great advice because I feel like if I would have listened to myself also, it would have saved me a lot of like heartache and a lot of just relationships that you don't want to, that you wish you didn't go through.
Yeah, just take care of your relationships, take care of your body, take care of any factor that's gonna like affect you long term, like your credit score, you know, just guard what matters. And if you don't take care of yourself, other people will exploit that, you know, they'll see that vulnerability, and we don't mean to do it. It's just kind of human nature. If you're like, you know, too people pleasing, people will take advantage of you, you know yourself. Know your worth. I don't know. Is that a song?
Set boundaries.
Yes, for sure.
It's okay to say no if you don't want to do something. If you don't agree to something,
it feels better to say no.
Yeah, it feels better to say no. For the longest time, like I was like, yes, man. I was like, Patty, can you do this? Yes. Like, can you do that? Yes. And it's like, what? And I put so much pressure on myself. Like, even if I didn't have the time or the energy to do something, I still did it because I felt like, I don't know, like I felt like I had to say yes, but it's okay to say no, guys.
Yeah. So say yes to yourself. Say no to anybody who is going to disregard you. Because if they disregard you or your body or your dreams, then you don't need them. So yeah, that's it. I mean, we horribly failed, right?
Yeah.
I knew it, to be
But
honest.
not by that much. And I feel like I didn't want to say as much as I was thinking because I'm like, we're being timed. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I was
responding
gonna
to
say.
her.
How was that for you?
Yeah, I feel like it was cool. It was super cool.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by the content because I mean, we talk about stuff all the time, but sometimes we're just literally like not how can I explain it? Like we're listening to each other, but we're like cleaning. So it's not like the most heaviest of
Yeah.
subjects, right? Or we're listening to each other and then I'm working on a paper and then Eric's talking to me and then you're still like, I'm listening.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know that we get the opportunity to be this reflection-y, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like,
and without interruptions, it feels so nice.
yeah. And it's like, just, helping with the day to day, like, how do you feel today? Or let me just get this off my chest kind of thing. So,
Which I also want to say that you should check in on your friends and all your loved ones. I feel like that's super important. So also do that.
yeah. And I'm going to say on the other side of that equation, don't take people for granted. Like if like Pati, honestly, she's the one that calls me more than I call her. And it's not because I don't want to call her. I think about calling her sometimes. And sometimes when I do call her, she's like, hey, well, like, what's going on? Because I don't do it. And, don't let it be so one-sided all the time because eventually people get tired and they deserve your effort too.
Yeah.
So,
but I'll never get tired though, to be honest.
I mean, I'll never get tired of you calling me either. Like I get annoyed when my husband calls me more than 2 times and then I can have like 18 missed calls from you and I'll just be like, let me call her back.
Yeah.
And with Eric after 5, I'm like, dude, this guy is a stage 5 clinger.
What did I get myself into?
No, but thank you so much, Pati. I don't know. No, I do know. I do think we gave people some good stuff.
Yeah.
But more than anything, it was just a lot of fun with you. So thank you so much for always being willing to step into my spaces. I know it's, like you said, a real step out of your comfort zone to do that. And even if we didn't beat the clock, like the time limit today, you are beating the clock in life because you're being more willing to experiences. And I'm really proud of you.
If you didn't say that, I was going to say something like that. You took it from me.
I know. We think alike.
Yeah.
But
no, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me here. And thank you so much for my ASMR.
Oh, yeah. We were doing ASMR before, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe in another bonus episode, we can just do 5 minutes of straight ASMR and alternating candies. And you'll have to guess who is crunching what. But that is just experimentation we'll leave for down the road. So thank you so much, Pati. We are clocking out here, but don't clock out in your own life. Thanks. That's it.